Hey guys, it's me and Bianca. Say hi.
Hi.
And we wanted to do a quick little video. There's the man of the hour. He's soaking right now. We wanted to do a little video on, this is part 2. We actually did a part 1. This is our tips on buying your tortoise and not letting pet stores oversell their products to you. And why you should have an open aired enclosure. And about soaking your tortoise. So first we'll start off with soaking your tortoise. You take it from here, babe.
You can soak your tortoise, or you have to soak your tortoise 3 to 4 times a week for 15 to 20 minutes in lukewarm water. And when you put them in there, you make sure you get the top of his shell wet.
Nice and moist. Yeah, and basically that's what you do. Most people mistake, and they think that see, it's midway to his shell, lukewarm water. He dips his head in there, he'll drink. You know, they're desert tortoises basically, and they don't come across water every single day. So I think 3 to 4 times a day is perfect. I've had him for 4 years, and this is how I've been doing it, and he's perfectly fine. Other than that, the reason why you shouldn't have a water dish inside of your enclosure, as you could tell, I have no water dish in here besides the one he's soaking in, just because he's soaking. I have no water dish in my enclosure, and the reason for that is because, well, basically, what tortoises tend to do inside of water, they love to poop in their water, and pee and poop a lot. If you have your water inside the enclosure, not only will it get cold, it's going to get filthy because they're going to drag sand in there. They're going to drag hay in there. Whatever you have in your enclosure will be in that water. And your tortoise, he's going to poop in it. He's going to pee in it. And eventually he's going to go back and he's going to drink from that water. And if you're not home the whole day, if you're at school or at work or out and about or out of town, your tortoise is going to poop in that water regardless. At least 2 to 3 times a day in that water. I don't know, for some reason, the pressure of the water makes them feel comfortable and they like to poop in it. So they're going to drink from it, and eventually they'll get bacteria and parasites in their body, and that leads to sickness and illness. So I suggest just soak your tortoise like how I do. 3 to 4 times a week should be fine. And I wanted to also get into why you should have an open-aired enclosure like how I have here. A good reason for that, having an open-aired enclosure, first, it's really good air circulation, and you can make it any size you basically want for really low cost. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars. This enclosure right here I got cost me about $50, the wood, $10 for the wood glue, nothing major, and it's really large. This is about 8 feet by 3 feet, and my tortoise roams around. He has fun. He explores. It's so big for him. He gets so much airflow in here. He feels, he feels at home, like it's a real environment. And another thing is, people tend to get glass tanks, aquariums, vivariums, something like that. I think that's what they're called. I just call them glass tanks. When you go to Petco or PetSmart or any pet store in particular, they don't sell turtle tables. This is called a turtle table, or tortoise table, or whatever. I made it, and they don't sell these. They try to sell a lot of their product that's unnecessary for you to buy. Like when I first got him 4 years ago, I was so blind going in there. Basically, I didn't know what to buy for my tortoise. I did minimum research, and that wasn't enough because I spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I shouldn't have spent. And don't get me wrong, Petco and PetSmart, they sell really good tortoise and turtle and animal supplies and reptile supplies. They sell really good supplies. And I bought all these half logs there. They sell really good supplies, but they'll try to oversell things to you. I ended up buying a tank, a water dish, and a food dish. And most tortoises, I mean not all of them, but most tortoises, they're afraid to eat out of their food dish. So what I did, I went and got, be creative. I broke me in half a piece of tile. He's been eating off of this for years. It's good for him, sharpens his beak and his nails. It's perfect for him. And I got rid of that food dish. I sold it to a friend for a few bucks. And the same thing with the water dish. It's like a ramp water dish. Same thing with that. It's useless. Your tortoise is just going to poop in it like I said. Just, don't be lazy. Soak your tortoise in water. Mid-shell. Lukewarm water. And don't let them oversell you on those things. And let me get into the tank a little bit. Why not to get the tank? I had my tortoise in the tank for about, I'm going to say a week or two until I did more research. The reason why you don't want it in a tank is because there's really no airflow in there. It's really confined. And you have hot lamps in there. Those lamps are going to bring the temperature up to past 150. It's going to get really hot and real suffocating for your tortoise. And it's going to mess with his cardiovascular system, his vascular system. And tortoises have really small kidneys and lungs, and that's really bad for them, especially if you add water to your dirt, because your dirt is supposed to be at least a little moist, at least. And it's going to be really humid in there for them, hard for them to breathe. And another thing is, too, it's glass, so they tend, what do? They run right into the glass from the other side, because they see nothingness. They see just walls, and wherever you have your tortoise, they're gonna try to run out the tank, and they're gonna bump their head. They could get hurt, and I mean, you don't want to keep walking into your room or wherever you have your tortoise, and you just see it bumping into the glass. It's gonna make you not want a tortoise. And they're really smart, Russian tortoises, but I suggest one thing though. Tanks, the only exception for a tank is if you have a hatchling tortoise, a little baby one. They're about the size of a nickel or a dime. They're really small. Show me that, baby. Show me the thermometer. Hatchlings could get about this size. This is a good size. It's a little tiny thermometer. They'll get that size, and I think that's okay when you have them that size to have it in the tank, but only if you have these requirements. Have the bottom of your tank duct taped around. Maybe put some stickers for they can't see out of it. Because not only will they ram into it, they're going to get scared when they see people all day. And another thing is, get a little mini fan. I don't know if you've seen them at stores or at Walmart or Target. They sell them everywhere. They're little mini fans. They're about this big. And you plug them into the wall. Plug that to the top of your tank. And let the air flow a lot in there. It won't be a lot. It'll just be enough. It'll keep it cool in there. It won't keep it too hot. The temperatures won't get really, really, really hot. And your tortoise will get airflow. And you'll have a lot of room because it's a hatchling. You shouldn't have adult tortoises or tortoises the size of Aoki in a tank like that, because they'll have no room to roam around and walk. So that's the only exception. If you have a hatchling, you could keep it in there until it gets to full size. Then I suggest you move it to a tortoise table. And other than that, just don't let pet stores sell you on things that you don't need, and you'll be fine. So I hope mine and Bianca's tips out, and hope you guys have a great day or night. And if you want more information, just look at our other videos. Thank you.